Did you guys watch the Oscars a week ago? I did, and it's taken me about a week to even put my thoughts together, and I still really don't know what this video is even going to be about, other than I know something is wrong, something is broken. Year after year, the Oscars, the Academy Awards, viewership continues to decline in terms of who's actually watching the event live, and they may even count after the fact. But the numbers are going down, even though on social media you see the memes and the posts and all the kind of meta commentary around the event still feels very active. So they're not dead, they're not over, but they're also just off, and they have been for quite a while. There's a lot of people out there who have talked about why that is, and maybe it's attributed to the fact that the movies that have been winning for the last 10 or maybe even 20 years are relatively they're a little bit more unknown, they're more independent, there's less hype and certainly less popular than some of the big winners of the past. But even this year, that doesn't feel quite right because the nominees for Best Picture were some of the most popular films of the past year. And so I don't know what all of this means other than something needs to change. Something's definitely broken. And so I'd like to know, what do you think? Please leave a comment. Let me know your own personal take, because there's plenty of places out there online where you'll find differing opinions, but then you wonder, are these just bots? Is this some kind of paid marketing campaign? Are these users even real people? The people that say they love some of these movies, you're wondering, like really? That for me, One Battle After Another is not Best Picture. Even Sinners is not Best Picture material. I think both those films are fine in their own regard. They have admirable qualities. They have things that I personally would have done maybe different, or like let's say Sinners, for example. A really fun movie, but for me, it's very much just From Dusk Till Dawn. Like that, it's just a kind of another version of that same story, that same movie that I really like, From Dusk Till Dawn. And so I really liked Sinners as well, but it didn't tick that Best Picture box for me. So that certainly wasn't my number one. And One Battle After Another, which did win Best Picture, Best Director, and a few other awards as well, just felt kind of, I don't know what it was, stoner comedy, haphazard hijinks of just whatever. And I know there's a lot of Paul Thomas Anderson fans out there, and I do appreciate some of his films, but this one just wasn't it for me. I didn't really know what it was after. Was this mockery and a farce? Like, is winning Best Picture as One Battle After Another, is that just kind of prove how silly the whole industry is? Or is it trying to actually say something deep and meaningful and, profound about humanity? That's not the movie that did it for me. Certainly that wasn't my takeaway, but there's people out there who maybe love that movie. But again, are they real people? Are they bots? Who knows? But I do know that watching the Oscars, I still enjoy, and maybe that's a sign of my age and the times. And I love movies, as someone who went to film school and thinks of myself not as a filmmaker, but certainly more as a content creator. I love infusing filmmaker techniques and abilities into content. But that was an intentional choice for me. I didn't want to go to Hollywood. After film school, I chose to stay where I was and not go to LA because I didn't really want the grind of year after year working on sets and meaningless projects that weren't mine. I'm very, maybe a selfish creator in that regard, but I've just always wanted more control than would have inevitably ever come with working on someone else's project. There's certainly people, directors, producers, there's people who make it and they can make it happen. But for me, I was much more interested in, I want to do stuff my own. I want to shoot, I want to write, I want to do all those fun things in my own way versus just, having to lug gear for someone else or, being a PA and making it work in the Hollywood system. So that wasn't for me, but I understand the appeal for so many others and the ups and the downs over the years. There's plenty of people now who are struggling to find work. They don't know where to go or what to do or how to make it in the industry because things have gotten so confusing. At the same time, social media has basically taken over as the primary means of consumption compared to movies and television, which are still popular in their own regard, but they're certainly not as pervasive as the social media content is in terms of how much people are consuming it, right? Maybe you go to the movies once a week, maybe once a month, maybe only a couple times a year you're actually going to the cinema. Maybe you'll watch a movie at home a couple times a week. Maybe you'll watch a TV show every night. But how many people are just day after day after day scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on YouTube Shorts? Like it is the new screen, the new primary screen. A lot of times people talk about second screens. That's usually their television where the premium stuff lives. And last year, the movies that came out were decent, were good. The Best Picture stuff was what was popular. F1 was nominated, right? I really enjoyed that movie, but it's just kind of a movie, and we don't get many of those anymore. And so to have one like F1 was a relief, but it doesn't make it special other than it's kind of in a vacuum, just all by itself. This, what would have traditionally just been another movie, is now something special and Best Picture worthy just because everything else is absent. We don't really have anything else to compare it to, because I think they're making less movies. The blockbusters have all changed. That's the big thing for this year, is everyone's looking forward to Dune 3 and Doomsday with Doomsday, the Avengers movie coming out this year. We've got Christopher Nolan and The Odyssey coming. We've got a lot of big movies, Spider-Man, Brand New Day, these big blockbuster style movies in these comic book or literature franchises that people are excited for. Rightfully so. I'm excited as well for a lot of those movies. I'll certainly go see probably all of those because those are the kinds of films I enjoy. But then you also wonder, like, are they Best Picture? Are they Oscar worthy? Oppenheimer was, but that feels kind of different than The Odyssey. And I don't even know that The Odyssey is going to be as spectacular as everyone hopes and wants it to be. I'd say odds are pretty good that it'll be exceptional, but who knows? Dune 3, also another one of those to look forward to that should be remarkably good. It should be, and I would expect that. But also I've seen Dune 1 and Dune 2, and I don't think those, maybe they won some Oscars for some of the offshoot things, but I don't think any of those were nominated for Best Picture, but I could be wrong on that. It just seems like something's missing, and I can't quite put my finger on it, and that's why I would turn to you and ask, what do you see? What is the problem going on right now? We've got, yes, content creation, social media, but we've also got AI fueling that, but then also trickling its way over into Hollywood. Val Kilmer is now going to be in a new movie via AI, so that's making headlines, and people are saying it's good, saying it's bad, who knows? There's just a lot up in the air, and I don't know that any of it it's all missing that feeling of when you look at Best Picture of the past, let's say some of those period dramas that won, those big films, Titanic, Braveheart, that kind of thing. They felt epic, they felt meaningful, and they were universally viewed via people going to show up for these movies because they felt like events, they felt spectacular, but they also felt like they were of a certain quality, a certain caliber that was worthy of winning the Oscar. If you compare that to now, James Cameron, it's not his Oscar probably personally, maybe it is, I don't know how they do it, but visual effects, Avatar 3 won for this year's Academy Awards. And it's like, yes, no doubt, Avatar 3 does have the best visual effects. It should win. But that movie is so just nothing aside from that. It's just this one thing, the visual effects. That's what it did remarkably well. And then you compare that like to Titanic, which is like the same guy, just feels so much bigger, more has more purpose, more depth, more rich. I don't know. I don't know if we need to go back to period dramas, if that's the thing. We need to bring back, these big stories from the past, or we need to make the sci-fi comic booky, because even though the Odyssey is obviously, it's not a comic book, it kind of taps in that same vein, that same realm. The big blockbusters this year are all kind of around these epics, but are they meaningful? Are they profound in the same way that the best pictures of the past used to be? Because the Academy for a while had its run where it was picking these obscure indie films, foreign films, stuff that you're like, yeah, it's good, but it's not the get people in theaters, get them, fill the seats, get them out to watch the spectacle that this is like, no, this is the best picture this year. It's that good. You have to see this thing. I don't know that we've had that in a long time. We have the popcorn flicks, the Transformers, Barbie, the big things that people show up for that they want to see. Not Transformers anymore, but that certainly was at a period of time, right? And is it just people spending more time on TV shows and social media? Is that really what it is? That has just consumed everyone's attention, so no one cares about movies anymore? Maybe that's part of it, but just a couple years ago, we had Barbenheimer. Barbie and Oppenheimer did great, billion-dollar films. So people are willing to spend their money. They're willing to show up. But then what's the experience they're getting out of it? Sinners is a good movie. All the Best Picture nominees this year, I think, are good movies. They are good. But are they great? Are they Lord of the Rings great? We don't have stuff like that anymore. It just feels like it's this missing void. Even though the budgets are enormous, what gets created is just not that same feeling. I don't know. Dune is maybe the one thing that gets close to that. Maybe. But it feels more obscure, more niche, it's not general audience worthy, I guess. In the same way that like Star Wars is sci-fi for general audiences. But then the Star Wars movies obviously didn't have any of that profound best picture, that you might find in the Dune movies. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. It just, something feels off and I can't quite put my finger on it. I just know that, I'll watch these awards and it's fun to see people recognized and winning awards and being honored for their skills and their abilities. Because that's the thing, like in Hollywood, there are people who they are fulfilling. They're doing an exceptional job with what they're responsible for. But it's so rare that all of those things are, Avatar 3, let's go back to that example. Yes, the visual effects are spectacular, but what about the writing? What about the acting, the storytelling, like all the other parts of that movie that are just missing? And yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters, fun, super fun movie. Probably deserves it for the score, the soundtrack. It's an animated film. It's fun, it's good. But the rest of it, it just feels, I don't know, Marty Supreme. I didn't see it yet, but that's another problem. You don't go see it in the theater. What are you going to do? You're going to, I guess, buy it on demand. Some people might do that. I haven't really gone down that rabbit hole yet because I'm already paying for all the streaming services. It's a whole nother can of worms to open up, that we're paying for all these subscriptions, and yet what are we getting out of it? Maybe we just need to go back to the shipping DVDs in the mail. Maybe Netflix needs to bring that. Maybe Blockbuster can bring that back. Ship DVDs in the mail. Pay your subscription, rent your DVDs as much as you want. And I bet there's probably a way. Oh man, the streaming stuff, it just gets all the rights get tangled up with streaming. But physical media, maybe that can have a resurgence. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, because I'm at a loss. I can't pinpoint it, but maybe you can.